Hello there, Master Hellish here, and welcome to our Friday night OpenTTD Mod Dev live stream. How are we all doing today? I can see we've got a load of channel members in. We got a load of new channel members last night, and we've got a redacted message already. Oh, there's lots of different things going on. Brandon's throwing in ideas for mods already. We're going to test a few different things tonight, Brandon. We're going to see what we can do. We're going to push the limits, try new parts of the features and stuff, and see how it goes. Now, the problem I've got a bit of a problem with my Git account at the moment, because cleverly I've got two, and every time I switch projects in VS Code, it gets confused. So I'm going to just get that sorted out. It was an accidental caps lock. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, it looks like it's using the right username and email, so that's a good start, isn't it? Well, oh no. Just get it good. Yeah, I do need to sort it out. I think it's the Windows Credential Manager. So I will just fix that, and then it should be fine. So I've had to do this before. There is a way round to fixing it permanently, and the problem is I can't remember how to do that, and I've not got around to doing it. I've been very busy with a few other things. Let's see, let's remove this. Yes, so we've got the relaunch of the Hellish store coming on Monday, September 1st, which includes a pre-order for a brand new t-shirt. We've got the Hellish weekend next week. The week after that is my birthday stream, which is going to be a party-a-thon. So we're going to start with so many hours on the clock, and the more donations, viewer plus subscribers, and store purchases we get is going to increase the clock up to a certain point. Kevin DeB says, next week, IRL Mod Dev Workshop. I mean, how to optimize filling your plate at a restaurant. I mean, we will be doing that on the Friday night. We have a buffet booked, don't we? So now if I try and commit, it still won't let me do it. Oh no! No, we need to fix this before we get any further. But happy to have a chat and get ideas and suggestions, bits of the API that you guys think we should have a close look at. I do have that ready for us here. So if we do a bit of zooming in as well, you can see that we've got loads of different objects and so forth. One of the things I thought maybe we could have a look at is inside the company object. Okay, there's some functions in here that seem quite interesting. So you can do, where is it gone? You can set the loan amount, right? So in theory, and you can set the minimum loan amount, and you can get the max, and you can set the max loan amount for a particular company by the looks of it as well. Okay, so what we can do is we can modify the game a little bit so that they get a certain amount of loan at the beginning, and then only after so many years the max loan changes and things like that. So we can have a look at all that sort of thing. Maybe like once you get rid of your loan, that gives you points or something. We can certainly check that out and have a look. But whilst we're doing the hellos and all of that sort of good stuff, I'm going to try and fix my account. And I did this earlier in the week, but I forgot to put it back again, and I have to fix it every time. So once I figure out the process properly of fixing it, should be all right. Think of all the possibilities for viewers, games, and such. I know, Bebin. There is already a viewers game kind of penciled in, where we're going to use the cargo delivery script that we worked on over the past few live streams, which I think is going to be great fun. There's also potentially going to be a challenge for the evil fish script, which has been working in as well. When the value of your company is higher, you can get a higher loan. I don't know if we can get company value, quarterly income, quarterly delivered cargo. Oh, you can actually just get the amount of cargo delivered by a company in a quarter, which is interesting because that would be a quicker and easier way to count it than going through every town and every company and try and track it and all that sort of stuff. Oh yeah, company value, quarterly company value. Yes. Why would you need a higher loan if you have big money? Well, if you start with extremely little money, Kevin DeB, then you can up the loan and then people can spend that to reinvest. What we doing? Well, it depends how much you know. Let's assume you know nothing. Hello, I'm Master Hellish. I have a channel here, been going for around 11 years, but last year I went full time, so I'm in the process of trying to make this channel work and viable. We're getting pretty close. We do need more support, which is what all this sort of thing up here is about, but more about that in my birthday stream. I do lots of different games on my channel. Around 2/3 of the content on my channel is not OpenTTD, but OpenTTD is the popular one, the one that people do know. So this is good for people that may not know, even though you may do know. And so OpenTTD is a open source free remake and extension of Transport Tycoon Deluxe. And Transport Tycoon Deluxe has the ability to do some mods, scripts, GRFs, and AIs. And that's what we're doing tonight, if I can get my account working. So, if I do a commit, it goes, I may not have an account. Okay, yep. Well, the username and email address are correct, so that's fine. So I think it might be, I need to clear the credentials. Yeah. So I did remove the credentials in the manager, which seems to have closed now. Okay. Silly Windows 11. Yes. So what? Yeah, mod's fun. We're live coding, or we will be doing when I fix my account. So let me just check. I was supposed to delete. Yeah, I was supposed to delete something. And I think I have deleted the credential. But now, it's just not working. Oh, hang on. There's some... It looks like there's... no, that's not it. That's Logitech. That's G-Hub, not GitHub. Okay, looks like it's fine. You don't think the storage credential mix-up is a Windows 11 issue? Not 11 specifically, but I am using the credential manager to try and figure out what the problem is. Yes. Yeah, you definitely need to get the right hub. So it says change the user's email and username, which I have done. And it looks like it might, you know, I'm going to restart VS Code, see if that helps. I definitely need to fix this more permanently. Also, I think I need to potentially just log into the website. Let me do that. Because I might still be logged into the GitHub website under the other credentials. And I don't know whether it uses that kind of connection. So let me sign in. No, not sign up. Why is it so difficult to sign in? Why do they always assume you want to sign up? Surely a vast majority of the people visiting your website are those that want to then log back in. Primary objective for this stream is to look at the API for scripts and test as many weird and wonderful different things as we can. Whether that's adjusting loans, whether that's blowing stuff up, hence the thumbnail. So let's try this again. No, it doesn't like it. It does not like it. It's pointing to the right repo. It's on the right branch. Let's have a look. God, these are the sorts of things that I wish I didn't have to, you know, blowing stuff up. Yeah, exactly. But if anybody's got any ideas, let me know. Okay, so we haven't got any SSH problems. Let's try this. What I'm doing now is I'm just putting some things into the terminal just to make sure that it is correct. And it does appear to be the case. Correct the account for the repo. I mean, it is correct. It's got the right details. And I did do number 4. Right then. Oh, I think I missed something up. Can you not set up profiles in VS Code that might be able to switch Git accounts better? I don't think that's native stuff. I'll have to have a look. Let's have a look. What remote we're looking at? Yeah, that remote looks fine. Maybe I need to do a fetch. And that will then... Nope. It still won't let me do that. Ah. Oh. Use it to test servers. Oh, wow. Let's see. That's not a real thing. In the bottom left-hand corner, there might be an accounts icon. Oh, left-hand corner. Let's see what we got here. There is some commits, visualize commits. No, I'm not seeing anything. It's pointing to the right repo. How big of a highway have you made, and how congested did it get? Check out the episode where I made a highway all the way down the edge of the world in my season 11. That was pretty big. Yeah. Let's have a look. There is... This is just not having any of it tonight, which is a massive pain. Let's see. The weird thing is that we had this problem before, didn't we? We had this problem before, and I did fix it. Yeah. Right. See, it won't do that. Cancel. What if I discard the changes? Oh, do I want to discard the changes? I don't know. I don't know. I'm really struggling here. Let's maybe stash the changes. I mean, all the changes were is I put a space. It wants me to do a sync. Oh, it just did a sync without problem. Yeah, well, okay. So it does a sync because it's a public repo, but it won't let me push. It won't let me commit. So that is still a problem. Surely we can figure this out together. Let's have a look. Let's see. Okay, that's not working, so that's not a good start. Let's just double check that credentials manager. Can I refresh that? There might be something in here. It doesn't seem to be in alphabetical order. Oh, no, it's not in alphabetical order. It would help if it was in alphabetical order, wouldn't it? You can back up and restore your credentials. I didn't know that. See, whatever I did last time, I did a bunch of things, and then I removed the credentials from the credential manager, and then it's fine. Checks the Kid says, if you go to the bottom left and click on accounts. Bottom left. My face. Accounts. I see the two accounts. I do actually see the two accounts. But I must be just using the wrong one. It doesn't actually. I don't think it says which one it is signed in. It just says accounts, and then both of the accounts are there, which is just horrendous, really, to be honest. What I could do is temporarily remove the wrong account, or the one that I'm not trying to use. I don't know if I can have some profiles and stuff. Yeah, sound out the one I don't need for now. Okay, let's do that. There we are. We're signed out. Okay, now I've got notifications. It says sign in to sync settings. I don't want to sign in to sync settings. It still won't let me do anything. Okay, let's sign out of everything. It lets me do it now. Oh, it let me commit. That's weird. Is it syncing it, though? Oh, it doesn't look like it's syncing it. Oh. How are you all doing? Hope you're doing much better than me tonight. Yeah, it's not syncing, though. Yeah, it's definitely not syncing. You playing Minecraft? That's a good one thing. Hey, Jackamax here. My stream wasn't better. In fact, worse, in fact. I'm not sure if it was worse. I can't do the one thing that I'm supposed to be doing on stream. I mean, I was going to create another repo under the same account. But I thought, no, I've got two very distinct different projects, or collections of projects, two very distinct collections. I'll have two different accounts. And you know what? It all messed up. Things don't go wrong. They just get interesting. Yes, they do get... Oh my goodness. Do you know why it's just spinning? Because behind the window... Let me see, can I show you this? There was just this signing thing. Just sat there, making everything spin. So I did fix the problem right at the end there. And when it wouldn't sync, it's because it was waiting for that. So, I'm signing in now. No, wait, I'm loading. I'm going to click sync the changes. This time it pops up in the foreground, and I'm going to sign in. There we are, done. It worked. I added a space to one of the readmes. So, I don't know what happened and how it synchronized the accounts, But it looks like all I need to do is clear the credentials in the Windows Credential Manager, try and do something and sign in with the correct account, which I have now done. So we can start doing things. Yay! VS Code! Right then, folks. So, because we're going to be trying different things... Oh, we've got a membership popped in. Hello!
Fantastic!
You know, fantastic indeed. We're going to... I'm not actually signed into my... into the portal. It's always suspicious if it works for the first time. I mean, I think everything is always suspicious anyway. So, it's always a bit of a pain, isn't it? But, thank you very much for becoming a new channel member. Briggers, 810. There you go. Right, VS Code, we're in. So, we're not going to look at Stat Tracker and all the other stuff. We've been doing Cargo Tracker. The Evil Fish Death Tracker... Hang on, you guys can't see this very well, can you? Yep, there we go. The Evil Fish Death Tracker, that's in there as well now, as well as the Rainbow Company. What we're going to do is we're going to use the Hello Tycoons folder, and we're going to just do some testing. So we're going to create a copy of that. So can I just use shortcut keys? I put it in the wrong place. Let's rename it first. We'll call it testing. And then we'll put it in the scripts folder. There we go. So now we've got a new script called testing. We probably ought to also change it here. There's the name, testing. Just so that we know, this is our playground for tonight. All right, we've got a testing object, which we probably won't keep. And what we got? We get rid of the to-dos and the readmes. We don't need all that. There we go. So we can go into the main file and just add stuff in here and see what happens. So the first thing I want to do is see if I can blow stuff up. Okay. So we have a piece of code in testing, I think, that gets like the middle tile, I think. Yeah, there it is, look. Piece of code that gets the middle tile. What I want to do with that middle tile is this is the loop here, it runs once per day. Every day I want to blow up that tile. So let's borrow this local variable for that tile. And we'll head out to the website. And then there is something in here for the map, I think. Like, there's map. You can get tiles, distances, and squares. No, I don't think it's map. I think it might be some sort of tool, object type, order, railroad, sign, story, test tile. There we go. See, what functions have we got in the tile object? Is buildable, is sea tile, is river tile, rough, get terrain type, slope, get owner, get distance, raise, lower, demolish, tile. That's what we want, isn't it? This tile is going to get absolutely bombarded, but we are just testing, aren't we? And what we can do is all the things that we learn from this test, we can come up with new ideas of fun, interesting game modes and bits and bobs to do. So this is in the GS tile object. So let's just nip back to the code and go GS tile dot demolish tile and actually call the function. GeoCity has a get buildings method, if you recall correctly. What about the buildings? Brandon says, so you could use this in a battle royale for blue zones. Potentially, Brandon. This is the sort of thing we're going to find out tonight. And it looks like we just need to give it the tile index, so middle tile. So in theory, and what we can also do is get rid of the log and the news and the sign and the company rename. Get rid of that, the post in it. We don't want to do anything there. And that's it. That's all I want to test first. Okay, just to see if we can get an explosion in the middle of the map. And then we can try other stuff after that. So let me open up my folder. And in my folder, which I have to move, otherwise I can't see chat. Let's see, my game folder. I've got a little bat file that pulls in all the scripts from the repo and just dumps it in OpenTTD. And hopefully that'll never break everything. As we know things do. Right, let's jump in game and see what happens with this test script. Chaser Kid says, I'm looking at league tables script and add to cargoes script. Also looking at an advanced stats per company. Yes, so we already have a stat script, but to expand that would be fantastic. Right, here we go. We're in game. And we want to go and just check. We've got no GRFs. Good. We've got no AIs running. Ooh, do we want... No, we don't want any AIs running for this test. Get rid of all the AIs. And the game script. Okay, so we're not using the cargo tracker. Is testing... Oh, testing. There it is. Let's do a new game and see what happens. Oh! Oh! Boom. 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 You're typing on an iPad. Oh, okay. Well, that works. Kind of interesting, isn't it? It's destroying the center water tile. Now, can we now do a zone? So let's go back to the code. Yeah, this is the code. And in the loop here, what we're going to do is this middle tile is we are going to... let's see. We got this kind of... This is the middle X and the middle Y. And then we're going to get the tile, and I think we should put it in a loop. So we can say for X... Oh, God, what's the syntax for this? Let's see if we can get AI to help us out with some syntax on this one. So give me the squirrel syntax for a loop embedded in a loop to go through XY coordinates, let's say from 25 to minus 25 in each orientation. So I've just asked AI to give me the code for that. And it's given me two different bits. And I think it depends on which order it wants to go. So let's see if the syntax that it gave me is correct. So here we go. It's got two for loops. X to X, Y to Y, do something. We don't want to print anything. I think that looks like it should be fine. So then what we want to do is we want to get this map size and add or subtract X. Okay, so plus X, and then this one down here is going to be plus Y. And of course, if you add a negative, then you're taking it away. So then it's not the middle tile, it's the target tile. But we're only testing, so I'm not going to rename it. If this was going into a script we'd keep, then why not? So in theory, this should very quickly bombard the middle 50 squares of the map. But I have no idea whether it'll work, so we're going to test it. Also, I kind of want to have a go at the evil fish tracker, but never mind. Right, let's restart this. So let's go over to OpenTTD. Do a restart and see what happens. Maybe you need to check, see if there's land before trying. We'll see. We'll see, Robin. So restart and unput. Oh, whoa, whoa, there we go. Oh, it's destroying houses. It destroyed houses and roads. So it seems to be taking its time about it, but it is doing it. It's not doing one per day. I think it's trying to get round the whole lot. Yeah. Now the interesting thing here is it is taking a lot longer than I thought it would. Let's have a look at the frame rate. The game script is using 1.1 meg of memory and is currently using 0.6 of the milliseconds of the game loop. I would have expected this to happen quicker. There are 74 ticks per day. Oh, of course. You can only do so many, like one thing per tick, right? There we go. And then it starts again. That took about a month to do. This is a terrible map for it though, so let's abandon the game and try again. New game. Let's do river. No. Is there sea level? Sea level. Low. Alright, here we go. Yes, so you can see here it's destroying farmland. Is it going to destroy this industry on this loop? No, it didn't destroy the industry. Okay. So it destroys water, it destroys trees, it destroys farmland. What happens if I put railways down? Is it going to destroy my railway? No, it skipped my railway. Okay, so it doesn't delete player stuff. It doesn't delete industries, but it does delete houses and roads. Okay. This would have been better if it did delete other things as well, right? Yeah, Foodhead has got a bit of a problem there. Now, there may be a way to actually just delete an industry, right? So maybe we need to make some notes about this. Okay, so I'm going to pause that as it deletes pretty much everything. And I'm going to head back. Oh, it's going again. See, this is it. Even though I paused the game, it's still finishing whatever it was trying to do on that day within the script. It won't do another run. I don't think I can fast forward the ticks. So let's have a look. Frame rate. Yeah. That's interesting. It keeps going when the game's paused until it's finished doing the thing that you asked it to do. We asked it to do quite a big area. Let's go back to the code and make some notes about that. Okay. So, the things that we discovered. Number one. Or number the 0. It does 1 per tick. Or it appears to do 1 per tick. It also keeps missing the tiles. It's not missing, Brandon. It's just that the stuff is regrowing quickly. So if you look at the land, grass regrows slower than the... let's unpause. There you go. So I don't know where it is in its cycle, but grass doesn't go away as quick as the land tiles. Where is it? Here it is. It's going through this farmland. So it looks like it's missing some tiles, but it's because it's just filling back in again. So that's fine. So let's go back. Oh, did you see any of that? You didn't, did you? Here we go. Let me show you again. So it's coming through the middle here, I think. Where is it in its cycle? I don't know where it's gone. Must be going through the middle here right now. There it is. Okay, so it's over here. And because the C's just filling in, it looks like it's missing. But it's not actually missing. It's doing all of them. Okay. So, back to the code. So it does 1 per tick. What else does it do? It does water, land, farm, road, buildings, but it does not do company stuff or Does not do company stuff or industries. Okay. So there we go. That's what that test was. Now there's another one. So what we're going to do is this one here. This is testing the demolish tile. Okay. And what we can do is just take that bit of code. There's a do loop. Hang on a second. Oh, there's a do loop. We can use the do loop. We can just put that stuff in the do loop. We should be using the hang on, is the do loop once a day? Yeah, it is. There we are. Obviously, that is not something that's directly useful, but we're learning about the limitations of it. And then I can just comment that entire thing out, and we can have a look at the next thing. Now, the next thing that I thought was quite interesting, and again, I'm open to suggestions, is that in the tile area, there is a lower tile, level tile, raised tiles. Okay, so the lower tile, you have to pass it a slope. And I'm not sure what the slope of the tile... Oh, it has to be one of these. A flat tile. Slope steep. Indicates the slope is steep. The corner opposite of the land is not right. So yeah, there's corners and all sorts of things. And an invalid slope as well. So what we can do is try and lower land. Earthquake / disaster. Exactly. What if you call demolish tile multiple times? I mean, it just keeps bombarding the same tile. It does it, in theory, up to 70 odd times a day. So there's a planetary rectangle as well. So what I'd like to try and do is just lower tile. And and let's have a look at what it says. It says, lower the given tile corners of the tile. The corners can be combined. So for example, slope N, slope west is equal to slope northwest. We'll lower the west and north corner. Corners will be modified in order west first, blah blah. Changing one corner might cause another corner to be changed too. So modifying multiple corners may result in changing some corners multiple steps. Okay, the tile to be lowered and the corners to lower. So in theory we could do them all. Let's try this again. So let's just try lowering the middle tile. So what we'll do is we'll get the middle tile. Alphen, hello, welcome. Have a nice stream. Well, thank you very much. We had a very rocky start, but we are up and rolling, and I am enjoying exploring all the different bits and bobs that we can potentially do. Like if you have 2 demolish tile calls in the loop and it will do 2 at a time, or will it do 1 and then wait and do 1 tick in another? All of those demolishes were in the same loop. So there's only so many calls it can do. But the middle tile is always low anyway. Well, we can just generate a new world, it's fine. So there's our code to get the middle tile, just to make it easy for testing. And then we're going to go to, what was it again? It is lower tile from the GS tile stuff object. Okay, so it's the GS tile object. So we do GS tile. Lower tile is the function name, so we put the brackets there. And we need the tile index and the slope. Okay, so let's do it like this. So the tile index is the middle tile. And the slope is one of the slopes. Now, if I remember correctly, there is just a level tile, right? A slope flat, a flat tile. So if we do that, in theory, I think it might try and do all of it down. perhaps maybe we can do something like the T guy did back in the day, the Battle Royale. The T guy. I'll tell him you said that. Oh, hang on a minute. Have I lost you guys? Hang on a second. There we go. So I've put the slope flat in there. So we're going to get the middle tile and we're going to try and lower it once a day. And see what happens. Okay, so I'm going to save the script. Transfer the files over to OpenTTD. And because the middle of the world is water, I'm going to abandon the game and do another one. And when I do another one, I'm going to do sea level very low. And I'm going to do terrain... No, wait, hang on a minute. Terrain type mountainous. Yes, it was the spiffing Brit. Oh, we've crashed. What did I do wrong? Okay. Slope flat does not exist. Oh, hang on a minute. Did I miss some code? Let's have a quick look. So we've got slope flat in GS tile slope. Let's have a look at the example that it gives us. So it says slope. Oh. So it looks like you have to use the slopey thingies. So you can't use flat. Hellish industry set. You know, I would love to have my own industry set. We might need assistance with somebody doing the graphics. Maybe. Let's do north, east, south, west. We'll go around like that. So we're doing all of them. Let's see if that works. Okay. Jumping over to OpenTTD. What would we even have? Well, what I'd love to do, what I would love to do, Brandon, is I'd like to do a GRF and script which modifies the amount of vehicles available in the game according to the vehicles that have been produced. And you have a whole industry set for producing vehicles. Kind of like Furs and the cars, but then the amount of cars allowed, like buses allowed in the game, depend on the amount that you've been made. Hellish themed cargoes like Fantastics. That could be another brilliant one. Brandon's computer industry chain. That's mean. Right. This has gone wrong. It's gone wrong again. What's it said? Oh. The index slope northeast southwest doesn't exist. Huh. Okay, this is a bit weird. It looks like it has to be a pipe separated list. The corners can be combined. Maybe? There isn't a full example. So, tell you what, let's just do the north corner and see what happens. I'm going to jump into the code and quickly do that. Save it, transfer it, and we'll go straight back to OpenTTD and see what happens. Now, I don't think DJ Egg's here tonight, and he's the one that normally counts how many times the script's crashed. I think you can combine the corners. I tried. Anyway, let's see what happens. So, restart the script. I still didn't like it. The index slope n does not exist. Slope n. Have I got this wrong? The entire mod is based on Brandon's. You know what? Brandon's computer, like crashing or finding a bug, could be part of the problem, eh? Right, let's go over to the code and see what we've got here. Have we got anybody in? Bear with me a second, folks. I'm just double checking something else. Where's it gone? There we go. Right. Somebody said maybe someone should code an evil fish AI. No. Might need a qualifier like GS tile or something. It's a okay. Maybe that might be it. Let's go back to the code and see if that's the case. So like GS tile dot slope. Already sloped? No, I don't think it works like that. I think it just keeps trying to lower that tile. So let's give it a go. Bear me a second. I just need to check what that notification was. Oh, biscuits. Oh, that's a relatively important message. Let's just double check a couple of things. I need to mark it as unread so that I actually deal with it in the future. There we go. Right. Where were we? I think I transferred the files. I'll do it again just in case it doesn't harm anything. Let's jump back into the game. That was the problem. Now, where's the middle of the world? The middle of the world is somewhere around here. I'm not seeing anything. It's not doing any digging, right? Maybe we should put a label where it is. Let's do that. We should definitely put a label there. So in the Hello Tycoons code, we've got a thing that places a sign in the center of the map that says Hello Tycoons. Let's borrow that. And in the init, we'll put a sign that says dig here. An X marks the spot. Oh, we'll see. Right, so in theory, that has been updated. We didn't get the error this time. So that's good. Oh, look. Oh, it's under an industry. Look. Look, the sign's just come up. It's under an industry. So it won't be able to do it. Let's just move it, shall we? I'll tell you what we could do. We could just generate a new map. And hopefully it won't have an industry right in the middle. It's not doing it. It's not doing it. Okay, so it's not to do with an industry. What can I do it manually? Let's just, like... That's already at sea level. So in theory it could do it once, but it's not doing. The trees are in the way. I don't think trees matter, right? I thought you could have a tile that gives money back to you. Could actually have a treasure hunt when you dig the tile. Maybe. Do we get a new map counter? You don't need that. It's not at sea level. No. Look. Oh, hang on. We need to cheat some money in. Let's have a look. Game script debug. No errors. Could it be all the evil fish? It's almost certainly the evil fish. It is. Right, okay. Let's... Time to restart the script. Let's go back to the code and have a look. So, where are we? Yeah, here we go. So this is the loop that's running. And there's the middle tile that it's getting. And it is definitely that middle tile. Yep. And instead of doing the game script build assign, we're telling it to lower a tile from the northmost corner. Let's have a look at the information here. It says, lower the given corners of a tile. The corners can be combined. Okay. Note, the corners will be modified in the order west first, south, east, north last. Changing one corner might cause another corner to be changed too, so modifying multiple corners may result in changing some of the corners in multiple steps. Now, the precondition is that... Oh. Ah, right. It looks like you need company mode. So you need to act as a company in order to do it. Oh, there's some exceptions. We should probably handle capturing the exceptions. I'm not in company mode, right? So what we could have is we could have like a company which is specified for the purposes of the script being able to use it. So there's an area not clear. So if somebody builds a train line on it, then the land's still there. Okay, we need to do the company mode thing, and I can't remember how to do that. I could have sworn there's something that we had to do company mode for before. Let's go and have a look. What did we do for company mode at some point? I think... Was it a vehicle counter to get the list of vehicles? Let's have a look. So... No, it wasn't that. Was it one of the stats? In the stat tracker? Number of vehicles, vehicle list for the game script. No, I don't think it was that either. I could have sworn we'd done this before. Is it something that DJ Egg had to do? Let's have a look. There's some ticks. There, company mode, company 0. Yeah. Okay, let's try it. It was probably the Christmas script, but we're going to try doing exactly what DJ did here. So, once a day, we're going to force company 0 to dig a hole. See what happens. Let's copy those files over. And then restart the game. Yeah, it worked. Look, there's a hole there. It won't keep digging because it's already at sea level. But if I cheat myself money and then build up very quickly, it will keep digging there. Oh, you can't see. There you go, look. So once per day, it's digging a hole there. And it looks like it's using my money to do it. It is using my money. It's a nice screensaver. There we go. Yeah, I should have done a find, but I wasn't 100% sure what I was looking for. So what we can do is force companies to dig. Or have a digger company. Or a company that runs the script as the first company. And then all the other companies are the competitors. Okay, so now my question is, if we have a look at the code and we do something similar as demolish tile, and instead of demolish tile, I shouldn't be allowed to code. We do lower tile, or better still, we demolish the tile and then lower it. There we go. Could be fun. Once a month, a script digs a random tile that is above sea level. Yeah, and chooses a random company to do it. So yeah, you could give, like, you could make the first company in the game the Battle Royale company. Give it loads of money, and every month just top its money up or something. And then all the other players are competitors. Let's oh, this is a bad idea. But you know what? I'm gonna do it anyway. Because it will be funny. Oh, it's too bad that we've only got so many ticks per... Yeah, we've only got so many ticks, haven't we? So many game ticks. Oh, is it still gonna? It's still gonna do the dig here, but that's just the middle of the world. All right, here we go. Look, it's digging a trench. It's blowing up the world. It's stopped a bit. What's it doing? Oh, because I think it might be because the game was paused. Oh, it ran out of money. Let's give it loads of money. There we go. Did it just remove an antenna? I don't think it did. It might have done. I'm not seeing any more antennas. Shall we? I mean, it is slow, but how quickly do you want the world removed? The industries are just sat there by themselves. We could probably do it so that if we can inspect each tile and maybe close an industry down. Like, what it like is industry? Yes. If industry, delete industry. But yeah, I think that's a good question. Was that an antenna? Let's start it again. No. I'm not seeing any antennas. Yeah, it deletes the sea, but the sea would flood back in. So we need a new map. We need a new map that just happens to have antennas in the middle. I'm not seeing any. Oh, let's hide the trees. Well, there's an antenna over there, so I think it's fine. It will probably get there at some point. Let's give it some more money. The only problem is it's going to struggle to get past some of these industries. The sea doesn't have time to flow as you delete it. Yeah. Oh, you can fund them? Okay, can I... What, in here? Tunnels, magic bulldozer removes... Not seeing anything. Modifying production values. Looking at the size of this, we are going to get to some antennas over here anyway. Oh, in the scenery drop down. Landscaping, plant trees. Are you thinking about the scenario editor? Right, here we go, look. Now, this, it can't do that one because of the industry. I think it can't do that one maybe because of the antenna. We're about to find out. Yeah. Yeah, it can't do the antenna either. Why doesn't it delete the city? Good question. I think the explodey bit isn't working. Let's go back to the script and check. Well, we are telling it to demolish the tile, and then we're telling it to lower the tile. It should... Oh, hang on a minute. Maybe we need a slight pause. I wonder how long a sleep is. I don't know. We'll have a look. Maybe the deleting doesn't work because you're in company mode. Well, what we could... We'll try that in a second. Okay, so... Let's put this file in and restart it. I'm not seeing explosions. Let's give it more money, of course. Would be funny to see people's networks randomly be deleted. I know. Yeah, I think it's because it's company mode. The awkward thing is that the tile is lower and will be affected by surrounding buildings before it gets that tile to delete it. Yes. We did have explosions before, but I think it's because we're in company mode. Yeah, let's try turning company mode on and off. I can't remember how to turn company mode back off now. Is it just company mode? Oh no, hang on a minute. Where is my code? There we go. Right, company mode. Company mode. There it is, company mode. Yep, company mode. Is valid. Is the... Oh. And that's it. When the instance is destroyed, it now we don't want to do that. Just reading the text here that is right across the screen. You would have thought there'd be a note here about switching back, wouldn't you? Rasmus, welcome. Okay, so then where is non-company mode? Destroy the instance variable. I could have sworn there is... Oh, hang on a minute. Right, yeah, I'm with you. So if we go... It's still... I just had a quick look in the game. It's still deleting. So if we go local company mode only starts here, I think... Yeah, that'll still exist for the rest of the loops, right? Hi, this is coding lock I struggle with. Don't worry, everybody struggles with it. Try setting it to -1. We can give that a go. So company mode equals... I don't think that'll work, but we can try it. It might even error. But we'll see. Right, restart. Well, it didn't error. I think it's still in company mode. Here we go, look. You think it gets just auto-destroyed after the loop? I'm not sure it does. we're about to find out here. No. No, it's not. Okay. In which case, I could have sworn there's a, like, get out of company mode thing. Is it in company? Or is it in base? Let's see. Company. What we got here? Get passengers, set stuff. This is all for a particular company, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay. Class to switch to the current company. See, look, there's an execute mode. Create an instance of this class which switches the build mode to execute. If you create an instance of this class, the mode will be switched to execute. The original mode is stored and recovered from whenever the instance is destroyed. In execute mode, all commands you do are executed for real. So I think that is it. Right. And then there's a test mode. Game script. Where's it gone? Null? We can give that a go. Is it capitals for this language? We're going to set it none. Russ says, so, glad you're doing this. I'm waiting to see the bananas repo fill up with scripts from different people, all taught the principles from these videos. You shouldn't be you shouldn't be learning from what I do. You should be learning from my mistakes. Which I suppose is somewhat of the same thing, eh? Right, let's transfer that over and give it another go. Oh, it doesn't like that. Look, immediately before I've even switched the scene, null doesn't exist. Not good. So either that's not the syntax of a null, or I'm not allowed. Yeah. Company spectator? Well, I'm not just going to try things. I'm going to check the documentation. Company ID first, last, invalid. Ah! Company invalid. What if I change it to company... Oh, there is spectator as well. But what if I change it to company invalid? So what was that? Where is it? That's company invalid. In the GS company object. Right, I'll show you in the code in a second. I'm just grabbing what I need to ensure, to the best of my abilities, that I don't screw this up too much. So if we try and set that to invalid, surely then that should do it. Oh, apparently lowercase. Oh, you tried it, it didn't work. What, you tried invalid? Oh. Apparently, spectator also resolves to invalid. Oh. Well, he didn't error this time. But again, it doesn't seem to be blowing anything up. Delete company mode. Delete is a magic word in the language. Ah. Yeah, it might be delete. We'll know in a moment when it gets to this this town. One of the things that we could do is that we could force companies to delete stuff that they don't want to. Right. You can't see it. Oh no, sorry folks. There you go. So it's going around the town again. You got to remember, folks, there is a delay on the chat. So the amount of time it takes, like, I'm not just sat here twiddling my thumbs. I actually haven't seen it yet. So yes, let's do that then. Let's do the delete thing. So we'll delete that. What are you doing? We're trying to blow stuff up and move tiles around. Mostly just to experiment, have some fun, do some learning. What if you give company number one magic bulldozer? I don't know if we can do that. Actually, that probably would work. But the idea is that from all the things that we learn from today's experiments, we can come up with a plan to make something really cool. That's the idea. Right, let's get it out of company mode and see what happens. And go back to the game. This time I'll try and remember to press the button. Something's gone wrong. Cannot delete a local. Not allowed. It's not an error as such. Oh, it is an error. It's not a crash though. So that didn't work. So you could lower all the land to 0 for the sea to act as a bulldoze. Yes. No, because you can't lower land with things on it. Mark says, guess I was very wrong. Yeah, this is something that I discovered in one of my streams, is that with a lot of cooks, the broth can be difficult. That wasn't a crash, that was an error. Let's do company mode equals null. And see if that helps. Delete is for table rows. We'll give it a try. Nope, doesn't like that either. Oh, maybe the files didn't transfer? Maybe I didn't save it? Definitely saved it. Transfer the files again. Reload the game again. Oh, it's digging. Doesn't look like it. Oh, it might be blowing up. Oh, it's still blowing up. It's working now, everybody. It's working. So it's blowing stuff up, but it's not digging. So then, if I add money to the game, it should do both. There we go. It's weird that blowing up has to be kind of done without it, right? So in theory, when we come to the town now, it will blow that. Oh, it didn't blow up. I thought it was blowing up. Let's take all the money away. Oh, it is. It just seems to be behind. Oh, it's behind because of the money. Right. Let's start again then. That's weird. It's not behind? You don't think it's behind? Or is it because of the height of where we are. It's on the same layer at the bottom edge of the slope. Ah, there we go. Yes. The digging will remove tiles around it if it's lower. Yeah, the digging will remove things like that. So it's doing it down here at the moment, right? So I wonder if the blowing up was working, but it was just too far behind? Oh no, what you'd do is you'd do all the explosions first, then you would lower the land. Or you'd do it separately. There you go, look, it's starting to get deleted. You just do explosions first. And gone. Town's gone. Zero people. All the people have gone. Now where they've gone, don't ask me. Right. So now we... Oh, it's going with a second layer now, look. It leaves an interesting imprint. Yeah, I think that's because of the roads and the buildings and how, like, parts of it can be lowered and parts of it can't be. Right, let's go back to the code, make some notes, and then we'll think about the next bit. Okay? So for this one, what did we learn? Well, this was mostly about lowering tiles. And what did we learn about lowering tiles? Well, we learned that it can't do it if there's stuff in the way. Can't do it if there's stuff in the way. But it's fine. That's about it, really. Can't do it if there's stuff in the way. Oh, and it costs money. It has to be on a company. Needs to be in company mode. But something we can say about blowing stuff up. Now, hang on a minute. Let's not do the getting rid of the company. Let's comment that out. Let's stay in company mode and test again. Were we just getting a bit ahead of ourselves and saying it wasn't working when we were just being impatient? Okay, so we're back into company mode. We give the company plenty of money. Yeah, but blowing up land cost money, and that can be done in the script without being in company mode. So that here, we can't really tell very easily whether blowing up the land is working or not, because it's happening down here, right? Not up there, because that's just the effect of the land change. It's all happening down here. So we have to wait until the land's gone through. We can't speed it up because this is game ticks. We're destroying this town over and over and over and over again. All 6,000 people. So we're still down here at the moment. Ah, I did. Look. Look, it does destroy. Now, will the local authority hate them too much? They think we're appalling. But it still does it. You still go out of company mode. What? Why? Why am I going out of company mode? Is it because we're out of the if? Can we reduce game tick amount, see if it goes faster? Do you mean increase game ticks? I mean, it's trying to do it once per day, but it can only do... I think it can only do an action once per tick. Right, which is why I think we're limited to what we're doing. So if we just move this company mode to here, you're saying it won't work. Let's try running demolish tile in company mode and see what happens. Give the company loads of money. We could actually script it to give them loads of money as well. Could you do the equivalent of a drag action so it could do more than one tile in one go? Is it in the API? I don't think it is. If we go down to tile and take a look. Tile, 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 tile. There are a few things we can do in a row. We can do, or zone anyway. We can do plant tree rectangle, but we can't do demolish tile rectangle. I think we're going to find out quite soon. There we go. There we go. So it isn't blowing up now. So unfortunately, you have to be in company mode to do one of the things, and you have to be out of company mode to do the other. Which is a little bit of a problem. But we can potentially work with that. Okay. So let's put company mode back where it was. There we go. I think this is not needed. And it costs money and needs to be done in company mode. And down here, can't be done in company mode. There we go. Can you reset the town mood each game tick? I don't think the town mood really matters. I think it just completely goes. What about 2 separate scripts? I mean, you don't need it, right? You can just switch modes and do, you know, go and blow some stuff up, then switch to company mode and whatever. I mean, it is a bit of a shame you need to be in company mode to delete land. Or to do that tile. Let's have another look at the API to see if there's any more info. So there is level tiles, raise tile, lower tile, and level tiles. Ah. The problem is for the level tiles, it just would. Can we require? Yeah. I'm wondering. I wonder what this will do. Let's do level tiles. So let's again, we'll just copy this. Level tiles might actually be somewhat the solution, because it doesn't seem to need to be in company mode, or if it does, the documentation doesn't seem to say anything about it. So let's not demolish anything. Let's get rid of the company mode, and then we're not going to do a for loop. We're going to get one tile near the middle tile. Then we're going to get another tile. Middle tile A, middle tile B. And then what is it again? Level tiles. Okay, here we go. Let's go back to the code. Oh, there's a precondition. Oh, the precondition. Okay. But that will allow us to do a much bigger area in just one tick, right? So what you can do, all right, you can go into company mode. You can lower tile. Lower one of the tiles. Lower the other tile. And then the gap between them. Maybe. So, tile A, tile B, level the tiles, and that is going to be tile A and tile B. Oh, that was a misclick. There we go. Smart thinking. It's faster. Yeah, because we do one thing. Can you turn it on for one thing and off for the next function? Yes, you can, Brandon. We can turn company mode on and off. Don't worry about that. The only problem here is that I'm actually getting the same tiles. So let's do the middle of the map minus 20 that way, and then Y. Oh, X and Y. Oh, we don't want X and Y. Let's do, that's minus 20, we'll do plus 20. And for then this one, we'll do minus 20 and then plus 20 again. In theory, this should lower 2 tiles and then level it between them. I have no idea whether it's really going to work or not. This is still going in OpenTTD. Let's restart and see what happens. Right. Oh, it worked. I mean, it's kind of working. It's digging one hole. I'm guessing the other hole is like under an industry or something. Let's what am I doing? I'm going to give the company some money. The digging's working, but the leveling is not. Tile A is the same as tile B. Better not be. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Thank you. They're the same tile. I forgot to switch the signs around. That was my plan, and I never did it. Right. Oh, there we go, look. So we did lots of tiles all in one go, and then ran out of money. Here we go, I'm switching quickly. Oh my goodness, it's done it. Oh, it's doing it. It's just lowering it all. I don't think it can dig it any further. So that's interesting. Obviously, you need to clear the land first, but you can just like do a whole. What you could do is you could do a strip. You could clear the land, do a delete, and then clear. It's just I wish there was more clear zones, right? Do you want to see it from the beginning again? Here we go. Restart. It's run out of money, so as soon as I give it money, it's going to go for it. It's really going for it. So, you know when in the Yogscast game, where we were tracking the amount of cargo delivered to certain industries, we had certain little floodgates where land could flood in, and it was there so that players could like knock it down at their whim. You could make it so that the script knocks it down. So certain parts of the map are going to flood at some point. You just don't know when. And yes, you can build defenses against it if you know it's going to happen, but right, is there anything interesting for like leveling or so level tiles, okay, is kind of the same as like plant tree rectangle. Then you've got demolished tile, but there's no demolished tile rectangle, right? It's a load of gets. Has transport type. Gets owner. Get slope. Get slope. Get terrain type is desert, is snow, is rough, is rock, is farm, has tree on it. Steep slope, is station tile, is coastal tile, is water, is river, is sea. Need to request more rectangle functions for the API. Yeah, but if I did that, I'm sure the response would be, well, go on then, you code it. Oh dear. Let's see what else we can potentially do. So in the company mode, we can go in and switch to a company. Okay, so what about there's marine related functions. Is water depot, are water tiles connected? Interesting one. Build dock, build lock, remove water depot, remove dock, remove buoy, remove lock. So what you'd have to do is probably get the owner of a tile. Can you get the owner of a tile? Is buildable rectangle, is sea, river, water, coast, station. Doesn't look like, oh, get owner. Okay, so you can get the owner of a tile, change to that company, and then blow up whatever's there. So what you'd have to do is like do a is station and all that sort of stuff. You can get the name and town, get population, house count. You can get a house count. Productions. You can set a cargo goal for the town. Hang on. Didn't know you could do that. Cargo goals. Set the growth rates. Distance between a town and a tile. Whether it has a statue for the current company. Presumably that one does a company mode invalid. Yeah. Road rework, fund building duration, exclusive transport rights. Okay. You can expand a town. So you can just make a town just grow and grow and grow and grow and grow and grow and grow very quickly. I want to do that. I'm not going to do that. Get rating. Change rating. So we can actually change the rating of a town, of a company. So get allowed noise. Get road layout. Interesting for a town. But presumably the road layouts for the towns are all the same. Tunnels, vehicles, viewports. Scroll everyone to. Scroll the viewport of all players to a given title, where the title will be the center of the... Oh, that is good. So if you do an event, like let's say, for example, there's an earthquake, you can force everybody to scroll the viewports of the clients to that location. We'll have to remember that bit. Now, obviously, there's subsidies. which we can add our own subsidy and then give a monetary like reward for. Prices of engines. We can enable and disable engines for companies. Oh, so you can actually make one company be able to unlock an engine. The script must get data from other sources and you can make something really great. Yeah, so what I'm thinking is that you go round and disable all the engines for all of the companies, except maybe the worst one. And then you have to unlock engines by doing subsidies and things like that. So if you're the first one to do a subsidy, a particular one is awarded. There you go. You can do a subsidy awarded. You can check whether the subsidy is already awarded to some company. I think also there's an event for when a subsidy is awarded as well. Then you could do that and then allow them to have an engine. Like an unlock. So you can have engines as unlock, you can have money as unlocks. Yeah, an award is the engine. Order-related functions? There are or resolve order position. Get order count, destination. Is there any sets? Set order jump to, order refit, set stop look. You could probably do an EMP, right? So if we go to vehicles, you can do get number of wagons and set names and stuff. Get location, get engine type, get age. You can get all the running costs. Is stopped in depot, is in depot, and so forth. But then, you can build vehicles at a particular depot. I don't think I want to do that. Clone and move wagons and get the capacities. Sell a vehicle. Oh, wow. You could very easily make a script that sells all the vehicles that are in depots. So when you're manually converting from electric to monorail or monorail to maglev, you can send all of your vehicles to depots, run the script, and it will just sell all of them, and then you can just buy your own new vehicles back. Send vehicle to depot. Yeah, you could send all vehicles to depot. Starts and stop a vehicle. Start, stop, reverse. Oh, so you can't just stop? Hellish, do you know that OpenTTD is a transport game? Not when I get my hands on it, if it done. Yeah. Okay. Oh, right. Okay. So what you could do is you could set off like an EMP and it just stops all the vehicles. You have to go round and start them back up again. These functions are mainly used for AI scripts, I guess. Probably. But I don't care about that right now. Yeah, an EMP. So you could have aerial bombardment by doing the blowing up. You can have the map getting smaller by actually lowering the land from the outer edges of the map inwards. You could have an EMP just by starting and stopping all the vehicles across the whole game or the map. You could have rewards, so you can do subsidies to earn money or earn vehicles. Can you force a UFO? I haven't seen that. Yeah, you can just send all the vehicles to the depot at some point. But I don't think you'd want to do that. You think OpenRA would be a better fit for what you're doing? No! I want a true OpenTTD Battle Royale. None of this stuff that Spiff's doing. Actually, the stuff that Spiff did was absolutely brilliant. But I want it even more brilliant. Yeah, you could just delete all the train's orders. Signs? I don't think we really need signs. But we could do earthquakes and zoom the people's views to earthquakes. You could probably actually just make the screen jump around for a while. So let's have a quick look. Let's this viewport, right? So can you get the oh, you can't get the current position of the viewport. So if you could get the current position of the viewport, you could move it slightly and then do it again and then do it again to make it just like move around. So you can actually have an earthquake in OpenTTD. But no. It doesn't work like that. I mean, you could do it with this, but it would be at a particular location, not just wherever they are. Try window to see if you can move it. Oh, there's window. Let's have a look. What have we got in window? Oh my goodness, there's all sorts. Nah, this is a whole different kettle of fish. Wow. Oh my word. Oh my. AI configuration widgets. Window is insane indeed. Bridge selection widgets. Debug stuff. Company manager things. Highlight, close, and open. That you could actually... Oh, hang on. You can close a window. You can highlight a window. You can check if a window is open. But you can't actually open it. Oh, that is crazy. So yeah, you could be able to like manipulate the user's viewport. And should we do an earthquake? You could use random numbers to like jitter the screen around. We haven't got too much longer. Should we finish with that for now? What do you guys think? Oh, Mark's all in for the earthquake. Let's see if we can make it work. Let's see if we can make it work. So the viewport... Okay, it scrolls everyone to. Let's go over to our script and start working on that. So in this loop... Nah, let's just do it... Let's just do in the post in it. Straight away. Right, we're going to do the scroll everyone to, and this is the GS viewport class. Right, so in the GS viewport class, we're going to do the scroll everyone to function. Okay, now if I'm correct, we need a tile. Yes, okay, so we need a tile, and let's just bounce them around the middle. And it's going to do it 74. Oh, God. This is a bad idea. We're going to get seasick and stuff. Did it just do it to a tile? Yes, scroll to a tile. Scroll everyone to tile. Oh dear, oh dear. Incus Maximus, we're doing something silly to finish with here. So, what we want to do is I want to take the code and I want to loop through this probably about 500 times. And I want to start X and Y at 0. But every time we loop, we add or subtract a random number between like 1 and 5. And the random number stuff is in the documentation under GS base, right? So GS base dot random value or random range. So let's try and do that. Back to the code, back to the code, back to the code. Boop. There we go. I wonder if I could get my touch portal buttons to switch which application's showing on the screen. So that instead of switching applications and pressing touch portal to move you guys over there, I just press the touch portal button. We'll have to look at that. Right, now, let's see if AI can do this for us. So it's created local variables, 0 to start with. I like that. Then it's doing a for loop, which is 500 times. It's picking a random step between 5 plus random range. Oh, and it adds 1 to it because we want between 1 and 5. Then it randomly decides to add or subtract. Then it applies those steps to the X and Y. Does the X and Y get in the tile, and then it does the scroll. I mean, it looks like... I mean, I gave AI the code needed to do... I gave the AI these 2 lines of code, right? I also gave it... I copied and pasted the definition of the GA space random range. From the definition of the random range and these 2 lines of code and my description, which it was listening to when I pressed a button, it's come up with this. And you know what? I think it might work. If you get nauseous quite easily, you probably don't want to look at this. Let's just double check that the rest of the stuff... hang on a second. I need to just get rid of that at the loop. You have the confidence in the code. I mean, to me, it seems okay. But then again, you know, we reviewed it. Okay, so we gave it the important bits and just asked it to do the boring stuff. Right? The loop, the adding, and the removing. Now, I haven't noticed any problem with that, but we'll find out in a second. Maybe. I'm going to regret this, aren't I? Right, OpenTTD. Let's restart the script. Oh! Oh, that's beautiful! Oh, I like that. Isn't that brilliant? Should we do it again? Can we lay some track? Hang on, I want to try and lay some track. Oh, it won't let me lay... Like, every time the screen moves... Oh, the game's paused? I wonder... Did that do exactly the same thing each time? I think this is predetermined. It's predetermined, isn't it? I'm from Chile, aka an expert in earthquakes. We have hundreds of earthquakes every year here in this country. It's just they're all tiny. That's quite what you feel in an earthquake. Imagine you're just playing a normal game of OpenTTD, and then all of a sudden, this happens. Yeah, it goes with the seed, yes, it does. But what we can do is that we can add and remove other bits and bobs to make it a little bit more random. So, obviously the human interactions are slightly random, so there's other things that we can do, like we can take the count of vehicles and maybe like the speed of a vehicle at a certain point in time, because that's going to be different in every game, right? But that was great fun. We can make it shake more by adjusting the code, and we can make it shake less by adjusting the code slightly. So instead of 5, we can change it to be like 10, and we can double the magnitude, the amplitude. Or we can go absolutely crazy and change it to 20, so it shoots around the screen like an absolute crazy person. Normally one have to initialize the round. Yes. So then let's can you add sound? I don't think so. I don't think you can add sound. Oh no. Right, you guys ready? It's going. That did it just hit the edge of the world and then die? I think that happened. Like when you hit the edge of the world, it's not a valid coordinate anymore. Ah! Yes, I think that happened. It hit the edge of the world and it wasn't valid anymore. So if you wanted it to rumble like at a lower frequency, you could, instead of it being 5, like you could just do like 1 to 3. And that would make it do like lots of small steps like this. That is a little bit more earthquakey to me. I don't seem to be able to get track while it's rumbling though. Okay, let's unpause, try and play the game. No, I can't press any buttons while the screen's been moved around. Would still focus on the rumbling epicenter. Yeah, in theory what you could do is like every 10 ticks move it back to the middle or something of wherever it was supposed to be. Or something like that. Well, folks, I have quite a few ideas running through my mind. Okay, we have proven tonight that we can kind of simulate having an earthquake. Okay, by shaking the screen around. We can simulate some sort of aerial bombardment by blowing up the land. We can actually shrink the land and make it lower down to sea level, although we have to do it as a company, so there's some tricky bits around that. And we can also offer subsidies. We can do custom subsidies. We can turn engines on and off And of course, we can give and take away money. There are a lot of cool ideas. Oh, and also we can just stop all the vehicles if we want to as well, with some sort of EMP. Can we transport stuff? That'll be the job of the players to do. So, I think we should start a proper Battle Royale script, right? That Battle Royale can have random events like this, like the earthquakes, like the things blowing up. And I think what we can do is maybe even have the map be big and get smaller over time as everything shrinks inwards, as the land gets lowered down. We just go round the edge of the map, lowering the land bit by bit, spiraling inwards ever so slowly. But of course, you'd have to do it on a map where most of the best resources are on the outside, or maybe places where you can like pick up engines and stuff. Maybe we can do things like have secret locations where we check to see if somebody's built like a depot in a particular location, and if they build a depot in a particular location, they automatically get a train added in the depot because they found like train loot or something. Or we can use our cargo tracker and we can check that once a company delivers so much, like airdrops. So once a company delivers so much steel from a steel mill to a factory, maybe they unlock a new type of engine. There is a lot to unpack and think about. You can have red zones where the explosion things are. Exactly. Can you go lower than sea level in OpenTTD? No. You can't do that. You can't do that. But given the testing that we've done tonight and the information in the API, I think we can make an absolute ridiculous, and I mean ridiculous, battle experience in OpenTTD. And I certainly could do it myself, but it would take longer. So what I think I'll do is that if any of you are interested in chipping in with some of the features, have a chat in the mod dev channel. In fact, we'll have a dedicated thread for the Master Hellish OpenTTD Battle Royale script, and we'll make it an absolute cracker. We'll use league tables to track things. We'll have newspaper pop-ups saying that seismometers have detected an earthquake coming soon. All that sort of thing. And what I want to do is make sure that if people are helping, we're not stepping on each other's toes. Okay, making sure we're all doing different things. If anybody wants to make any notes and blurt them into the thread on the Discord, that's great. In fact, there is already a Battle Royale thread. Okay. And I'll link tonight's live stream in that thread. So I'll do that as soon as the stream's finished. But this could be a fun project to do. Something different, right? Chexo Kid says we need to create issues in GitHub and then we can assign them to each person. Maybe. The challenge with that is I think I have to give people access to the GitHub in order to be able to assign them stuff. I'm not sure. We'll look at that in the future. Now, at the moment, I have an extremely busy schedule because in addition to the normal content schedule that I've got, I've also got the Hellish weekend coming up next week. The week after that is my birthday party stream, which I've got extra interesting and special and new things coming up for. Next week is the relaunch of the Hellish store with 4 new items, a relaunched item, and I think a pre-order as well on top of that. And the week after my birthday week is the LAN party weekend, so I've got to pack and prepare for that. And at the LAN party, they're planning to do a Destruction Disaster Deathmatch OpenTTD game, so I'm going to try and stream that as well. All of that stuff happening as well as my normal content, yeah. You have me and DJ that should be able to do it. We'll have to check. Yeah, for now, we will use the thread on the Discord to talk about the various different features, what we can do, how we might do them. But let's leave that there. Okay. So thank you very much, everybody, for watching tonight. It's been fun. It's been interesting. I'm excited to see what's coming next. If you want to make scripts and stuff for this repo that we've got, feel free to contribute. The link to the repo is in my link tree. I believe it's also on my website as well. So if you go to the bottom of my website, all of my links are down there. So they're on the link tree and that stuff. And tomorrow, don't forget, we've got an OpenTTD. No, it's not OpenTTD. It's Transport Tycoon Deluxe. We've got a Transport Tycoon Deluxe tomorrow. So thank you very much, everybody. Really excited to see what we can do. Obviously, there's going to be a portion of the OpenTTD community that isn't going to like this script, which is fine. It's not for them. Okay, this is for a change, to do something different with the game and to have a bit of fun. And this was fun. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy, do give the stream a like, follow along, and I look forward to seeing you all next week. Oh, before you go, Monday night is our first Eve community gaming night. We're doing free account friendly and new player friendly activities. You've still got this weekend to get an account, get the game, and get yourself through the tutorial ready to join in. That'll be on the Variety channel on Monday night, so get involved, get sorted. Let's have as many community members in Eve as possible. Let's get our biggest fleet ever. Eve hype indeed, Brandon. We'll see you all either on the Variety channel on Monday or a little bit later. But that is going to be all for now. Good night, everybody. Take care. Have fun.